Hey, you guys, you got to see my next display. This thing's going to be crazy and I can't wait. It's going to be another hanging display. I'm going to hang a piece of plexiglass. And this is also to show other toy collectors out there you can always find space even when you think you're out of space. This is kind of just like my first one I did. Let me show you. This first one I did out of a 2 foot by 4 foot piece of plexiglass hanging off some chains. And I got my Spider-Man wall decal up on another quarter sheet of plywood. Figured that was pretty cool. So let me show you what I'm going to do now. All right, this is the template I made. Made it out of a piece of cardboard. So it is going to be hanging off the wall a little bit on top of this shelf. I figured I'm going to make a couple custom brackets. I already did that ahead of time. One's going to go in there like that. One's going to go in there like that. And I'm still going to put some hanging. I think I'm going to use bowstring this time instead of decorative chain on the ends. So I'm going to spice this thing up a little bit too. I got some 12-inch G.I. Joe action figure team figures, and they're a little cheaper, but they're highly detailed. They're going to look good. So I want to build a G.I. Joe fence somehow around the edge of this plexiglass, and I'll stage them and set them up and make them look like they're ready for action. This will be my aerial view. All right, so I found out the best way to cut a curve out of a piece of plexiglass is with a flush cut router bit. So I made another template smaller by the width from the base plate of my router to the router bit. Then I can run my router plate counterclockwise around that template. Just carefully follow your template and let the router bit do its work. And using a center line drill bit is working awesome. This is just my mock-up now. I still have the protective film on it, so the marker line will come off. I have to start by distressing all my posts, make them look gold, like using a rat tail and both sides of a flat rasp. A little power sanding. Working a handsaw back and forth to get all the tooth marks. Using a flat rasp on the gouge side down the length of it. There, now it looks like a 100-year-old post. I'm going to glue the post in with Titebond contact spray and adhesive. Works with any materials. When I glue them in, I square them up with a block of wood. Yeah, I distressed all my rail pieces too. So now all I need now is Titebond wood glue and one micropin. I can still remove them and relocate them before the glue dries. So this is what I came up with, but I think I'm going to move a couple and put an addition on. So this is my finished product. This is the section I added. Made it low so that G.I. Joe can be on the ground in the sniper position. So this is how my posts and rails turned out. And no, those aren't popsicle sticks. I actually made them with my table saw. I just didn't want to make them too big, take any view away from the soldiers. I thought it was funny to put the .44 Magnum in his hands, even though he's got a cannon or something right next to him. And we'll introduce you to Action Man in the background there in a second. Here I am, almost on the floor, looking way up there. Here's our aerial view, looking way down there. Here I am, as a little action figure, and I gotta tell you, I'm giving this thing a thumbs up. It's awesome. Here's the best part. As part of the G.I. Joe team, I have Action Man facing, standing guard to the entryway to my room. And that's quite a weapon he has. I don't want to get hit by that thing. And he even has a scar on his face like the rest of the veteran GIs. Couple of my mini Funko Pops just sitting there right now. Don't forget, click on the subscribe button to see all my toy collection and other videos.